Hello friends, myself Ravi Nania, and today I am here with my Viva topic, that is Hibernate in Java. So today's date 21st November 2022. So we will start. Before starting Hibernate, we will talk about some basic concept about uh, data and we can say backend and about backend. So before Hibernate or before some frameworks, when we need to map some data or when we perform some database operations in our projects, so at that time we use JDBC. So JDBC means Java Database Connectivity. So using that we make a connection between Java and database, and through that we store the data. But this process is very lengthy and it is a time consuming, and we can say it is a very boring process, or very we can say one process we have to repeat it multiple times for multiple operations. So and there are some, we can say, disadvantages of that process, because in that process, if there is a scenario in which we want to map our object and our relational database, that cannot be possible. So in that type of scenario, that we call ORM, means object relational mapping. So to implement that ORM, means object relational mapping, to implement object relational mapping ORM, we have some frameworks, that is Hibernate and IBET. And when we compare them, Hibernate is very we can say forward, or very fast, or provides very more provide more facilities than IBET. So Hibernate is better than IBET. So we can say Hibernate, it is an interface, or it is a framework which implements, or which internally uses JDBC. So we can say JDBC is implemented by Hibernate. For example, suppose we have an interface which contains some abstract methods. So to implement that method, we implement that interface through a class. And so in that class, we write that methods. So the predefined methods, or we can say some methods, are there in JDBC, or we can say to implement JDBC, we use Hibernate, which work as a class between our database, or our we can say project. So for example, when we see our project structure, it will look like our JPA repository, which is implemented by Hibernate, and inside Hibernate uses JDBC. So there will be three main phases, means JPA repository, which is implemented by Hibernate, and inside Hibernate we uses JDBC. So we are not replacing JDBC, but we are using internally JDBC through Hibernate, which we can say reduce our which reduces developers task, or which make developers to do easily or do work efficiently. So there are some various features of Hibernate like that. Suppose we want to save some object inside our table. So through JDBC we have to fire some query that insert into table name and that value. But using Hibernate, We just need to use that our repository name dot save method, and it will save the object inside our table, because our the structure of our table will be same as the structure of our class. Suppose our class name is employee, and which contain some IDs, that is employee ID, employee name, and username, password. So, and we have to write some annotations at the heading or at the top of the table, which will work as entity. So the table of that class will be created inside a database. Same, suppose we save an object inside that table, it will save the that object inside that table. So the mapping will be easy, and it will be fast. Hibernate also provides some predefined methods. We can't say that Hibernate contains that method, but JPA repository contains some predefined methods which is implemented by Hibernate. So we can also write our queries also if there is a multiple queries, or some we can say if developer want to perform some extraordinary work, he have also choice to write native query. So using native query, he can write his query inside his repository, and that query will be implemented by Hibernate, and we can use it directly in our controller as well as our other classes. So basically this is all about today's video topic, that is Hibernate. So with this all, I like to stop here, and thank you.